Almost 25 years ago, Porsche launched the original Cayenne not just as its first SUV, but as its first car ever with more than 2 doors. Now for 2026, we've got this, the Cayenne Electric. Don't freak out, there's still going to be the gas and hybrid Cayennes, but for the first time ever, Porsche's full-size SUV has gone electric, and with this turbo model, it's its most powerful road car ever. The stats on this thing are wild. Over 1,100 horsepower in launch mode, 7,700 pound towing capacity, and 400 kilowatt DC fast charging with a near 400 mile range. But what's the experience like? And more importantly, can it convince Cayenne buyers to go electric? I'm Maddox K with Motor One and InsideEVs, and today we're getting behind the wheel of the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric. Porsche calls the electric Cayenne's platform E4. Think of it as a heavily modified version of VW Group's premium platform electric, or PPE, lengthened and specifically made for large SUVs. At the front, it looks like a bigger Macan that's a bit more upright. It's about 8 inches longer with a 5-inch longer wheelbase and just 2 inches of extra width over the Macan EV. This is the most aerodynamic Cayenne ever with a 0.25 coefficient of drag. You have these aero inlets here that pass through ahead of the front wheels, and in the back, these guys pop out at high speeds for extra stability. This is the most customizable Cayenne ever. You get 13 standard exterior colors and 9 wheel options ranging from 20 to 22 inches. I think that's the most different wheels ever on a Cayenne. These are the 22s, and interestingly, they're wrapped in special Pilot Sport EV tires, probably to cope with the over 1,100 horsepower this thing puts out in launch mode. So you can really go nuts customizing this thing. And that's before you even get inside. So inside the Cayenne Electric is where things really get crazy. In between this curved digital dashboard and the passenger's 15-inch screen, you've got this curved OLED display. Now, Porsche says the idea here is to give you a wrist rest and your main controls down here for your radio, your navigation, and your climate control. Thankfully, they've also included metal rocker buttons that are really nice to the touch for your fan speed and your temperature. This is pretty intuitive to use. With your hand on this wrist rest, you don't have to reach far. You can adjust your drive mode, you can change the theme of your displays, and you can quickly flip through tracks or change radio stations. I know some of us still listen to those. Once we've gone through the center stack, there's a nice little storage cubby here for your phone or other small items. In addition, 2 large cup holders here, additional storage ahead of them. So you also have this movable center armrest, which can either sit here to provide extra support or show you your cup holders and extra storage. Porsche is also launching new sport and comfort seats with this car. These are the ventilated sport seats. Sitting here and just driving around, they're really comfortable. I wouldn't hesitate to take this thing on a long road trip, especially given the DC fast charging performance. I like to test out the back seats in any car I get, and the Cayenne Electrics are pretty perfect. I've got plenty of legroom here. This is the seat in my position. I'm about 6'2", and there's plenty of headroom here, even with the panoramic moonroof. So not a lot to complain about in terms of rear seat space. If you have kids, they're gonna be fine. Even 2 couples going out to dinner or on a longer drive should be okay. You also have 2 USB-C chargers as well as dedicated climate control buttons here in the back seat. So your kids can set their own temperatures irrespective of what you wanna do in the front. The Cayenne Electric claims 400 kilowatt peak charging speeds on DC fast charging, but anyone who knows EVs knows what matters is the area under the curve. The Cayenne Electric excels there too, charging from 10 to 80% in a claimed 16 minutes. The Porsche Cayenne Electric has a 108 kilowatt hour usable battery pack, which we found is good for over 350 miles of real-world highway range. But the real party trick here is wireless charging, which the Cayenne Electric can do at up to 11 kilowatts. I don't know whether that's going to be a real-world capability that owners take advantage of, but this is the first EV in the US to offer it. The Cayenne Electric has about 27 cubic feet of rear trunk space with the rear seats up. That's pretty good. It's definitely more of an upright SUV with more space in the back than the Macan. It also has electric rear seats, and you can lower the suspension from the back of the car for easier loading. Speaking of suspension, this turbo model gets the most advanced version of Porsche's Active Ride active suspension yet. So what are we doing standing here? Let's take this thing for a drive and see how it does. All right, so we are driving the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Turbo Electric. So this has Porsche's Active Ride. We're in sport mode right now, but I've cycled through all the modes, and it's pretty remarkable just how level it keeps this thing. We are on a absolutely mental Spanish back road right now. I mean, this might have originally been a goat path, and it just damps out all of that noise and all of those bumps without making the car soft in corners. The comfort mode basically removes any speed bumps from the road, but sport mode is kind of a nice blend where you do have like a little more information coming in through the chassis, but you're still really smooth. 1100 horsepower in overboost mode, 844 normally. You are never wanting for power, and you're never wanting for traction because Michelin specially developed Pilot EV5 tires for this car. This car is about 5,400 pounds, and it really does not feel like it, even through tight corners. It hustles, it really responds more like something half its size, something kind of in the 911 class. The brakes are phenomenal. I was looking at them before we got in, and they're pretty pizza sized, combined with the regen that you get, this being an EV. I'm gonna kick it up into Sport Plus here. You'll notice a sound change. So both Sport and Sport Plus have artificial noise pumped into the cabin. They're both modeled after the V8 in the Cayenne. The Sport Plus is just a little louder, a little deeper, and definitely more aggressive, but I'll give it a pull on the next straightaway and let you guys be the judge. So that was about half a second of full throttle. I don't even think the pedal hit the ground, but you could kind of hear the Sport Plus exhaust note. The Porsche Active Ride is really the star of the show here on this road in the Cayenne Turbo Electric. It really defies physics and just makes this car feel way smaller than it is. So no surprise, the Cayenne Turbo Electric is fantastic to drive. It rides beautifully, handles like a sports car, and accelerates like almost nothing else. But will Cayenne buyers flock to this new EV option? We'll have to see. It's $111,000 to start for the base model and over $160 grand for this turbo. That's a lot of money, and EV sales, especially in the US, have struggled on the luxury end recently. But this is truly one of the most advanced EVs out there, and I think anyone who takes the plunge will be really happy with their purchase. I'm Maddox K with Motor1 and InsideEVs. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this on today and tomorrow's EVs.